I'm yet to meet anyone who doesn't like the film Forrest Gump. It might not be everybody's favourite film, but I don't know anyone who hates it. I felt like talking about my favourite line from Forrest Gump, because I watched it recently, and it's this.
You have a dream, Forrest? Who you gonna be?
Who I'm going to be?
Oh, yeah.
Aren't I going to be me?
It's a wonderful line because it kind of sums up what this film is. Someone stupid saying stupid, funny things we can laugh at, whilst the things he says are also actually quite clever at the same time. He's taking Jenny's question seriously. Aren't I going to be me? Because he fails to grasp she isn't talking literally, and it takes her next line to explain. It'll always be you, just another kind of you. You know, I want to be famous. It's a big question that though, who do you want to be when you grow up, when you get older? You get asked it constantly throughout primary school. You probably ask yourself constantly too. Some people know exactly what they want to be with absolute conviction. I mean, I know I want to be a writer. I've been writing stories since I was about 12. It's what I still do with my free time, and hopefully now I'm not too far away from actually daring to publish them. Anyway, some people seem to know. Others keep changing their mind as things change and they develop, which in many ways, I don't know. I wonder if that's a better way to live, to keep re-evaluating your expectations rather than just pinning your dreams on this one single ambition and hoping A, you do actually achieve it someday, and B, that it will actually make you happy. Anyway, though, the answer a lot of people might give to the who do you want to be question is that you want to be happy. When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down happy. They told me I didn't understand the assignment, and I told them they didn't understand life. The thing is though, how do you find happiness? How do you become happy when you grow up? It's not a clear vision in that sense. Wanting to be a singer or a prime minister or an actor, sure, it's not easy to pull that off, but at least it's a clear vision. There's clear steps in order to become those things to some extent. There isn't for becoming happy. How do you become happy? And I guess what I'm saying is, I think that aren't I going to be me answer is a better answer than saying you want to be happy, because it's being you that has a great deal to do with what being happy means. The problem with the question, who do you want to be, is that it suggests you need to be someone other than who you currently are. That it's not okay to be you, that you need to become a singer or a prime minister or an actor. And as a culture, we're obsessed with the idea of becoming different people. You know, you get people in gyms pushing themselves to obscene levels just because they want to become this ideal, this stupidly strong, muscular person they imagine. The same way people keep trying to slim themselves down into becoming this image they have of the perfect woman. And that's not to say working out or dieting are bad things at all. I mean, they're incredibly good. It's well documented that being in a healthy shape benefits your general happiness, plus you feel like you've genuinely achieved something incredible, which it is. I think losing a lot of weight or gaining muscle is incredibly impressive. I could never manage either. It is a good thing, but I'm talking more about the people who take it to the extreme levels, or the people who imagine it will change their lives somehow, that they'll finally become this other person, this imagined ideal they've always wanted to be, because they won't. You're still you. No matter what you do in life, that doesn't change. You're still you. You could become famous or deeply admired, or the living embodiment of total beauty, but you'll still feel the same inside because you're still the same person. And yet we're obsessed with the idea of becoming other people. We get strange new haircuts in the vague hope that it changes everything, or dyeing your hair a different colour because maybe then you'll feel different. I guess you probably do feel different for a bit, because you've tricked yourself for a bit. It's like going on holiday. I can't remember who said it, but someone spoke about going on holiday like it's an attempt to run away from yourself, to escape your life for a little bit. And that's why we do it. That's why it's relaxing, because you kind of step outside of who you are and what your life is. But after a few weeks, you start to realise you haven't escaped anything at all. You're still the same person, and all your troubles catch up with you again. You know, you're always going to be you. I don't mean that to sound bleak. I hope it doesn't. Because because it's a positive. That fact that you always are going to be you, that's where happiness lies. Because what has got us going so mad trying to escape ourselves, trying to become different people? What has got us so convinced that it's not okay to be the people we are now? You know, like, yes, I want to become a writer, but why should that mean I can't be happy with the fact I'm not currently a writer? Why shouldn't I enjoy the way I'm currently living? There was a time where I was quite desperate, quite eager to get my stories published, you know, back when I was a lot younger. And I guess I dreamed about being a famous author and all of that, but that made life a big panic to try and write something good. There was a lot of pressure then, you know, a big frustration when I failed to write something good. But why should I be writing stories just to get them published? Can't I just enjoy the fun of writing them, and not worry about the publishing? So I guess that's kind of what I did, and I stopped worrying about getting published, and I decided, you know, you're still young, Joe, you're not a good writer yet, but you can become one. You know, you're getting better each year, so just keep writing, enjoy writing, don't worry about when these things happen, just have fun with it until suddenly one day you feel, yeah, maybe I am good enough to publish now, I feel happy enough about whatever this story is, I'm going to try. So I started doing that, and life became a lot happier because I was just enjoying the process, I guess. And I still want to be a writer, but I've not imagined it will turn me into this other person. I don't imagine it will make me happy, because I'll still be me. And if I'll always be me, then it's worth learning to accept myself and love myself and be happy with who I am now, rather than who I think I might be later on. And so I guess that's what Forrest Gump does. He's happy with the bloke he is at all times. Who he wants to be is not a question he worries with, because he just wants to be himself. Jenny wants to be famous, and she goes round the world chasing it, despite the fact the only time she's ever happy is when she's with Forrest. You know, when she's with the man who reminds her what happiness is, who reminds her to accept herself. I guess I'm saying maybe that's the mad thing about life. You know, we've all got that bit of Forrest Gump inside us, that the stupid, innocent, accepting side that's just happy with the way things are. But we spend all our lives running away from that after this elusive other person we want to become. And I don't think that's a revolutionary idea at all, is it? Be happy with who you are now, not with who you hope you might become later on. It's not a message you haven't heard a million times before in better words than mine. And yet we keep trying to become other people, don't we? We ignore the messages. And I guess at some point you have to stop and ask yourselves, why do I keep ignoring the message? Why do I keep doing this? What is it that's so wrong about who I am now? And I'm not going to tell you how I answer that question about myself, because it would be far too long a video if I tried. So I'm just going to leave that there as a question for you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something or other from it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next time.